Hey guys, how you going? So we're back here at our Wynnum project. The house raise, as you can see behind, we've got it all up, and we've got the posts in yesterday, so I'll give you a little bit of a walkthrough and let you know where we're up to. So we lifted this one up 1.5 meters, so 1500 millimeters into the air. And then over the past few days we've had, as you saw in the last video, we had the machine on site drilling all of our new pier holes, and then we had the guys here. We've got a couple of our own carpenters plus the house lifters, and they've been on site. So what's been happening, you can see, so all the red steel above me here, so anything that's red is all new steel work. And then we've drilled the holes and we've got our posts in. We concreted these in yesterday. So what I wanted to show you was how we get the house to height. So basically we went around before we started lifting with a dumpy level and took all the reference points of where the new posts are got to go. This one's been done a little bit differently to normal, because normally when we lift them up we try and level them, straighten them, and get them back to brand new. But one issue we have with this particular project is upstairs was previously renovated in the last sort of 6 to 8 years. So the kitchen's been done and the bathrooms have been done, and what that effectively means is those areas are completed, they're new, and the new structure, so the new kitchen area, but more importantly the new wet areas, they have all been put into where the floor was. So all the floors, for example, in the wet areas, they have all the new floors upstairs in the bathrooms have been bedded and set up with falls to the drains to suit the floor as it was. So rather than lift this one up and straighten and level it, we've got to put it back exactly in the position that it was. So basically we went around and we dumpied, we took datum marks around everywhere that we've got a new post. We took a datum height, which is basically our starting point. And just for example, say the house has to go up a meter, then we've just added a meter onto all those measurements. So this house has gone up 1500 millimeters, we've added 1500 millimeters onto all those measurements, so we can make sure the floor is put back exactly how it was and we don't affect any existing kitchen and tiled and wet areas upstairs. So how we do that, the boys have been in here yesterday, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but we basically go around. So all the new posts, you can see up there, have got, you can see there's a coach screw in the bracket there. So we've got a 150 mil long coach screw. So we position the post perfectly, line it all up, get it in the right position, pre-drill a hole, and then we basically use a coach screw and rattle it up and down to get the post to the height that we need it. So if I walk around, and I don't know if you'll pick it up in the video, but you can see there's actually a gap between all the posts. Like none of the beams are actually sitting on the posts, they're all just been hung on the bolts. So we've set all our posts up again off of the datums we took originally. So if we go out here, you'll see, so that one there's a good, see those posts above me there? See there's a gap between the post and the old bearer. So we've hung the post at the correct height. We're now letting, so we poured concrete lunchtime yesterday. We're now letting the concrete settle for 48 hours, and the house raise is going to come back to this one tomorrow afternoon, and we'll lower the house onto the posts, bolt it all up, do all the on-site welding. So there's a lot of welding to go on now. A lot of the beams where they butt together have all got to be welded together. There's a lot of gussets to go in over the top of where posts are, where they're butting into old bearers and all that type of stuff. And then we've got to put a heap of temporary bracing on it. But guys, yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight into how we lift a house and how we get it perfect to height and everything. And like I said, particularly on this one, how we're dealing with the existing structure and not just raising it up, not taking any consideration into what's already been upstairs. We've had to work in around that. But very quickly, before I go, you'll see here in the holes where we poured the concrete yesterday. So you would have seen in our previous videos, like all of our posts. So the posts are Duragel because they're all getting enclosed inside the house. But wherever we've got a post in the slab and into a footing, everything's been painted with ominoid or bitumen paint. So that stops any moisture getting to the steel, means the posts won't rust out and they'll last. Also, we've got all this 12mm Rio bar. So on the engineering, a lot of the times it gets missed, or the engineer has a section through his drawings, and 9 times out of 10 the section will be one way. So on his drawing it'll show only show two pieces of Rio. And unless you're on the ball or you know what you're doing, you've been doing it for a long time, so many times this sort of stuff gets missed. You'll see here on every post we've got enough bars in to fold in each direction into the thickenings in the slab. So this particular post is in the middle of the job, so it'll have a thickening going all 4 directions. So we've got 4 bars in there so that we can fold a bar down into every direction. On the outside, a lot of them have only got 3 because they'll go along the outside of the house, and then 1 into internal beam. So guys, that's it. That's how we raise a house. We'll keep you updated on this one, but she's coming along really well.